Have you ever looked into your cat's eyes and felt a sudden, unexplained distance? You walk into the room, heart full of love, you reach out for a warm, fuzzy cuddle, and then it happens. They bail. They vanish under the sofa. Or worse, they stay, but they give you that look. You know the one. The "how dare you touch me with those peasant hands" glare. You think you're being a top-tier cat parent, the absolute gold standard of feline guardians. But here's the cold, hard truth that most owners aren't ready to hear. You might be accidentally stressing your cat out every single day. Most of us are flying completely blind, totally missing the subtle, high-stakes language cats have been using for centuries to tell us to back off. It's not just a mood or being a cat, it's deep-rooted biology. It's survival chemistry. And honestly, it's a bit of a communication breakdown between two different species trying to share a studio apartment. Today, we're fixing that. I'm stripping away the myths and showing you the 5 things you do that your cat secretly, or maybe not so secretly, absolutely despises. And you really need to stick around for the end, because the number one reason they get annoyed is something you're probably doing right now, at this very second, without even realizing it. Let's get deep inside their heads and find out what's really going on.
All right, let's talk about the thing we all love, but they usually hate: the scoop. You see that fluffy cloud of cuteness sleeping on the rug, and your human instinct is to grab, lift, and squeeze. To you, it's a heartfelt hug. To your cat, it's a terrifying kidnapping. Think about the physics of it. Scientists at the University of Lincoln actually studied the feline stress response to being handled. Cats are solitary hunters, and for them, having their feet leave the stable ground is a massive, flashing red flag. It triggers an immediate loss of autonomy response in their brain. Imagine a giant, well-meaning monster picking you up while you're just trying to eat your lunch or take a nap. You'd be pretty annoyed too, right? You'd be kicking your legs and looking for the exit. Insert funny clip: cat turning into liquid to escape. Look at their ears next time you pick them up. If they rotate back just a fraction of an inch, even if they aren't growling, that's code red. They aren't enjoying the snuggle. They're patiently, or not so patiently, calculating their escape route. They feel trapped. And for a cat, being trapped is the ultimate nightmare. The goal here isn't to stop the love or the affection. It's just about changing the delivery method. You have to let them opt into the physical contact. If they don't jump into your lap on their own terms, they probably don't want the hug. Period. Respect the feet. You'll find they actually stay around a lot longer.
Hey there, sweetie.
You are
It's all
quite
right,
literally
Daddy's here now.
a walking chemical attack. Okay, maybe that sounds a bit dramatic, but hear me out. Your cat's nose is roughly 14 times stronger than yours. It's their primary way of navigating the world. So when you come home from work smelling like that fancy new citrus-scented lotion, or a strong shot of espresso, or heaven forbid, the neighbor's golden retriever you petted on the way in, you've basically erased your identity in their eyes. To a cat, smell is who you are. You're no longer the provider or the best friend. You're a suspicious, smelly stranger who just walked into their territory. Cats spend a huge amount of their day using scent glands in their cheeks to mark safe zones around the house. When you pet them with hands that smell like lemons, lavender, or eucalyptus, all of which they absolutely loathe, by the way, you're basically overwriting all of their hard work with a giant permanent marker. Insert funny clip: the stink face, or feline response. Have you seen that weird open-mouth grimace they make after sniffing something strong? That's the feline response. They aren't laughing. They are
The clavicle is not connected to the shoulder or
to see
sternum.
if you're a
This
predator
lack of a
or
bony connection
threat.
across the chest is
If
precisely
you
why
want to
they
stay
feel
on their
vulnerable
good side
and
and
held.
keep that bond strong, maybe skip the heavy perfumes right before a long play session. If this insight is helping you understand your little roommate a bit better, hit that subscribe button right now. We're all about making life smoother for you and your feline friends.
It's time to stop winning the staring contest. I know, their eyes are absolutely mesmerizing. You want to gaze into them for hours and see the mystery of the universe reflected back at you. But in the feline world, a locked, unblinking, intense stare is the ultimate come-at-me signal. It's a direct challenge. It's aggressive. It's exactly what predators do right before they pounce on their prey.
If you're staring at your cat with wide eyes and they suddenly look away, start grooming themselves nervously, or walk out of the room, they aren't being rude. They are actually being very polite. They're trying to de-escalate a fight that you didn't even know you started. Insert funny clip, intense staring contest ending in a swat. Researchers at the University of Sussex found the secret hack to fixing this: the slow blink. This is the butterfly kiss of the cat world. When you close your eyes slowly and hold them shut for a second, you're sending a clear message in their native tongue. I trust you enough to close my eyes in your presence, and I'm not a threat. It's a sign of vulnerability and ultimate love. It lowers their heart rate almost instantly. Next time your cat is looking at you from across the room, don't stare back like a hunter. Give them the slow blink. It's the most powerful, soulful way to say I love you without ever saying a word. It changes the entire energy of the room.
Your normal volume is their sensory nightmare. We live in an incredibly noisy world. TVs blaring, blenders whirring, us shouting at the game on Sunday. But for a creature that can hear a mouse rustling in the tall grass from 30 feet away, your kitchen can often feel like a literal war zone. High-pitched sounds are especially painful for them. You know that cute little high-pitched squeal you make when they do something adorable? To them, it might actually be a physical jolt to their nervous system. Insert funny clip, cat jumping 3 feet in the air from a small noise. We see a funny jump and we laugh. But on the inside, they are experiencing a massive rush of cortisol, the stress hormone. They are biologically wired to be your silent, vigilant guardians, always scanning the horizon for danger. When you create a chaotic, loud environment,
The vulnerability
you're
map.
keeping them in a state of
Critical
high
points
alert
are highlighted.
that they can never
These are the
truly
areas
switch
they
off.
protect most.
They aren't being antisocial when they go hide under the bed during a dinner party. They are literally surviving a sensory overload. Think of your home as their sanctuary, their one safe place in a loud world. A little bit of quiet, a lower voice, and a calmer environment go a long way in building that deep, soulful connection you're looking for. The tail is the conductor of the orchestra, and it never lies. As humans, we're obsessed with looking at faces to see how someone feels, but cats communicate with their entire bodies, and the tail is their most honest indicator. Most people see a wagging tail and think, oh, look, they're happy, like a dog. That is a massive, potentially painful mistake. In the cat world, a thumping, twitching, or lashing tail is a ticking time bomb. It's a sign of overstimulation. You're sitting there petting them, they're purring away, and then bam, they turn around and give you a love bite. You think it came out of nowhere, but it didn't. The tail was screaming at you to stop for the last 3 minutes. Insert funny clip, aggressive tail thumping while being petted. Watch the very base of the tail. If it's heavy and starts thumping the floor like a drum, your time is officially up. Their social battery for touch is at 1%. Respecting that physical boundary is the fastest way to earn a cat's eternal respect. They value their personal space more than they value treats. Give them that respect, and you're golden.
So, what's the number one thing they hate? Inconsistency. Cats are the ultimate Zen masters of routine. They need to know exactly when
Does
the
your
food is
cat
coming
understand you?
and exactly where the sofa is going to be. When you're unpredictable, break the contract of trust. Be their constant. Be their anchor. If you've learned something new today, drop a comment below. What's the one thing your cat does that always makes you laugh? I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and give your little hunter some space today. I'll see you in the next one.